Today on Combustion Chamber, we have yet another first for the show, our first rat rod. And I have to tell you that as far as all the cars we've had on this show, we have not had anything with this much detail. So as always, let's get after it. Welcome back to Combustion Chamber. On today's episode, we have RATical, our first rat rod built by Sean Puz. I would tell you everything this vehicle has, but for all the times I've photographed it and seen it, I still find new things on it. So let's talk to the owner for more about this rat rod. Sean, thank you very much for being on the show today. We really appreciate it.
Welcome, thank you.
What got you into hot rodding?
At first, my dad was into racing, and so I was around it my whole life. Back in the day, we started fixing cars and helping them work on the race cars and stuff, and it just transferred over, and that's what I like to do.
What exactly is a rat rod for our viewers who may not know?
People call rat rods different things, but basically it's an older car that people maybe didn't have a lot of money to fix and did whatever, so they take different parts and just make it work. I've
photographed this a couple of times before having you on the show here. This has so much detail to it. I don't know where to begin, so you're the best to ask about that. What all have you done to this?
With my car, this one, I wanted to go my whole own direction, basically entirely handmade. The frame, the front axle, suspension, the cab, everything's handmade. The hood ornament, which is a chain link person, it's a little bit not for kids, but the cow skull, saw blade grill, a lot of artillery shells on it, wrenches, pliers, even these 30mm artillery shells. So it has a gun theme to it and kind of stuck with that throughout. Sketched it out on a piece of paper, got a look I wanted, and started building.
Now, what kind of power gets this thing down the road?
My engine here, this engine's very strong engine. It's a monster. It's 454 big block. It's 430 over, so it's around 460 cubic inch. Has a hydraulic roller cam, all Burnouts top end. It's basically like a circle track engine. The transmission is a 4L80E electronic transmission with overdrive and a lockout converter. And I have a Dana 60 rear end, 14 bolt Chevy, 373 rear end gears. So it cruises down the highway really nice.
Well, why don't you say we get this thing on the road?
Sure, let's do it.
We were talking earlier about the cab. It's not sourced from anything. You made this entirely yourself.
Yes, that's correct. The cab's 1.25 inch square steel tubing, 120 wall. Basically made a skeleton, the outer structure, or the whole structure, and then I just skinned it with 18 gauge steel. Nothing fancy. I didn't want it to look perfect or super well sculpted. I wanted people to see it's a handmade cab. And if someone was thinking about it, they actually could do it.
I think it slows down and stops real well, too.
It's a Hydro Boost out of a truck because the engine, there's 600 horsepower and it doesn't make a lot of vacuum. So the Hydro Boost out of it, like a truck, runs off the power steering. That's what I wanted for this, because it's good to go, but it's better to stop too.
Yeah. It's not the speed that kills you, it's the sudden stop.
It will, absolutely.
driving this rat rod was outstanding. This 454 big block is not short on power at all. We want to thank the owner Sean today for bringing this rat rod out for us to enjoy. What'd you think of this rat rod? Are you a builder yourself? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and for more Combustion Chamber, hit that subscribe button. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Combustion Chamber. We want to keep Combustion Chamber independent and about you, so check us out on Patreon. Also, for behind the scenes and exclusive content, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The links for all of that are below.